Hi everybody, welcome to Crafting by the Bay. My name is JC and today I'm going to share with you my favorite DIY products, so I hope you'll join me. If you're seeing this part, you're probably catching the replay, so hashtag replay, let me know you stopped by. I'm going to get my keyword set up and then share this into my VIP group. And today's keyword is spice. So if you type spice into the comments, you will get the link to my free VIP group, today's supply list, my DIY website, all of that fun stuff. Also, today is the last day to take 20% off your $100 order or more if you're a Perks member, and also our summer ween sale ends today, and the transfer that I'm going to show you is on sale, and today is the last day. Hi Ann, hi Amy, how are you ladies doing? Hi Kim. Okay, let me hop over to Facebook so I can share this really fast. Let me see. Going very slow. How are you ladies doing today? Come on. So like I said, today is the last day to take 20% off your $100 order or more. What in the world? Oh, this is, there we go. Oh my goodness. Let me share this really fast. All right. I want to make sure I tell you guys the right info, so let me go over to my website really fast. All right, today's the last day for 20% off $100 orders if you are a Perks member, and you just have to put labor20 at checkout in the code box. And also today is the last day, where is it, of the summer ween sale, and selective Halloween styles are $1 to $31 while supplies last. It's up to 80% off, and today is the last day as well. So, and the transfer that we are using today, the Pumpkin Spice Life, is one of them. Hi Ann, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic day. All right, so we are going to do two projects today. One is an inking project and one is a project using these blocks. So we're going to get started using, we're going to do our inking project first. And so I just have this shirt that I had picked up a while ago at Walmart. I think it was like $5 or $6. It's just the Time and True long sleeved style shirt. Very affordable, but you can get, I wanted long sleeves, so that's why I got this one, but you can get the Gildan shirts there for only a few dollars in the craft section, and at Hobby Lobby you can get the Gildan shirts for only a few dollars as well. But this shirt, or the Time and True ink really well, and I'm hoping for colder weather soon, so I wanted long sleeves. All right, so I'm putting my ink mat in there, and I'm not gonna stretch out my shirt. If I stretch out my shirt, it's going to deform the pattern on my shirt. So I'm just putting it in there, and then I'm just gonna push it down to adhere it to the sticky ink mat so my shirt stays in place while I ink my shirt. Hi Samara, how are you? I think that was Nancy that said hey. I hope you ladies are having a wonderful day. Sorry I wasn't on yesterday. I was not feeling well. I had a headache all day. I have not been sleeping at all. So lack of sleep, stress, I had a headache, just all of the things. All right, so I'm pushing this down so it's in place. And if you don't have an ink mat, make sure you at least put a piece of cardboard in between If you don't have a piece of cardboard, at least put the backer sheet in between your shirt layers, because your ink is thin. You do not want it to go in between, or you don't want the ink to go to the back of the shirt. So you need something in between. So at least put this backer sheet if you don't have anything. And so I have not used this before, and you guys know I always say this, if I'm gonna ink with a transfer, I like to use it first on an inking project because it's the stickiest. You don't wanna fuzz it because you want it to be super sticky. It's going on fabric. It's gonna be easy to pull off anyway. I bet it's very hot. My sister still lives on the Central Coast on Monterey Bay, and they were in the pool yesterday. So this would be our Indian summer there, as you would know, Samara. So in September and October, it got really hot where we lived in California. Hi, Tanya, how are you today? Okay, and it is still really warm here, but I am trying to bring fall. All right, so I usually go 3 fingers down, and that's where I start from the collar, 3 fingers down, and that is where I start inking, okay? So 3 fingers down is where I usually start, and then I just wanna make sure that it's straight. That is just my personal preference, but when you look, you can see that's pretty much where this shirt that I got at Sam's starts as well. So let me make sure. All right, and then I just sort of want to make sure, I just eyeball it. This is just for me, so I eyeball it. It looks pretty much the same on both sides, so I'm just gonna push it down. And then I'm gonna use a clean squeegee, push out all my air bubbles, make sure it is down really well. And I like how chunky these letters are, and there's some distressing inside the letters, so there's a little bit, wherever it's teal, it's where it's sticky. So there's a little bit of teal inside the letters. So there'll be a little bit of distressing inside each of the letters. So I know it's gonna be backwards, but it says Pumpkin Spice Life. And really take your time, make sure it is stuck down really well, because this is permanent ink. You can't remove it. You can cover it up with something else, but you can't remove it. So I'm gonna use my backer sheet to cover up my shirt so I don't get anything on it. We're gonna use Nominee and Papaya is what we're gonna use. And I'm probably gonna use, a mini squeegee and a detailed tool. Probably a couple of them. There's some stars down here. All right, so help me decide. I'm thinking the Pumpkin Spice Life to do it in Papaya, and then the little pumpkin in Papaya. And then the Pumpkin Spice Life actually spelled out in Nominee. Does that sound good? Do you guys think that sounds good? So remember, this is permanent. You can wash it and dry it after it dries, and you heat set it. My Nominee, you guys, I don't know why, but it is so thin. I have not added anything to it. You can see it is so thin compared to my Papaya. I don't know why. So I'm gonna be very careful with it, but I'm gonna I start at the top and work my way down. That's just a personal preference. Sounds good? Okay, so we're gonna start top, work my way down. And that's so I don't drag my arm through it. Hi Noni, how are you? But like I said, you could do it any way. If you start at the top, continue down. If you start at the side, continue over. Just with ink, I think it's important. So if you start going a different way, it's so thin that sometimes you could accidentally push it up under if your transfer isn't down well enough. Good choice of colors, thanks. Hi Julie, how are you today? I hope you ladies are having a wonderful day. Okay, so we're gonna start with Papaya. And like I said, I start at the top, light pressure. I do not push as hard as if I was using chalk. And then I do go over it a few times. So I'm gonna start at the top, work my way down. And then when I get to the bottom of the letters, I'm gonna go up so I don't hit what's down at the bottom here. You guys, this week is flying by. Does anyone else feel that way? I feel like the older I get, the quicker the weeks go, the days go. All right, so now I'm gonna go back over. I still have some on here, and I'm just gonna go over it again. Just make sure it's pushed in there really good. But I'm not dipping it back in my ink at all. I'm just using what is on here. And now I'm gonna take off, squeegee, push a little harder, squeegee off the top. And then what's left on here, I'm gonna go up the bottom again to make sure the bottom is all covered. And like I said, this transfer is on sale right now and it ends today. So if you wanna get it on sale, go grab it. Oh, you guys, I don't know if you guys saw this, but yesterday in my VIP group, I don't think I put it on the page here. Now I'm gonna squeegee everything off. In my VIP group, I know that I posted this. We were on, we always have a call or like a video, a live video for designers at the beginning of the month. And we go over the month, the specials, color of the month, all of that. And they told us that from now on, starting now, the color of the month is only available to the 15th of the month. So if it sells out today, it's done. If it doesn't sell out to the 15th will be the last day. The color of the month will no longer be available after the 15th of the month from September going forward. So if you want to be guaranteed the color of the month, go get it, because it's only available while supplies last or till the 15th, whatever happens first. If it sells out, it's done. If it doesn't sell out and we get to the 15th, that's great, but we won't even know. But even if it doesn't sell out and we get to the 15th is the last day. You think it's because we move slower. I know, I cannot believe it's September, and I feel a few months that I just feel like I lost the last 8 months, and it went so fast when I needed it to go real slow. And yeah, oh, I'm still gonna need that. I don't know why I closed it. Okay, so now we are to the bottom part. And because this is ink, it takes a long time for it to dry. So I don't have to squeegee it on and then pull my transfer up. I can leave it. So now I'm gonna do the Pumpkin Spice Life in Nominee, and the stars in Nominee, the line in Nominee, and then the little pumpkin I'm gonna do, let me just go ahead and do the pumpkin in Papaya so I can put Papaya up. So I'm gonna use a multi-tool. And do the cute little pumpkin. You could also use this little pumpkin on anything else. I think it would be really cute on, like, put it on a baby's bib, or use this pumpkin on some ribbon. All right, I just want to go over it a couple times, make sure, especially since my shirt is dark. All right, now I'm gonna make sure I squeegee it off. I have a big chunk and I wanna make sure I don't get it in the stem. I wanna do the stem in Nominee. Now, especially on your shirt, you wanna make sure you squeegee it all off, because if you have a really thick patch of ink, it's gonna be sticky, it's not gonna dry right. So you wanna make sure you squeegee it all off. All right, so that's gonna be all for that. I'm gonna cover this up. So this color is Papaya that I just used. And then I'm gonna grab, let's see if it's in here. I'm gonna grab my detail tool. It is a super small squeegee. So I just used this one. This one is super small and I'm gonna use it for the little stem, and I'm gonna do the stem in Nominee. And if you don't have a detail tool, it is great for these little tiny spots. All right, done with that. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do the words and this little line and the stars. And we still have, we're gonna do one other project with some wood blocks. And remember, if you are a Perks member, you can put, and if you spend $100, today is the last day, $100, and you put labor 20 in the promo code at checkout, you'll save 20% off your order. And today is the last day of that and the Summerween sale. All right, so now I'm gonna squeegee off all the extra. And you guys, a lot of the Peanuts transfers have sold out. I know, I was so bummed. The Holly, this one right here, this tray that we did, that one sold out. The etched ornaments is low quantity. The 18 by 18 Santa, the Noel one, is almost sold out. And they're not restocking them. So if you guys want those, go grab them. I'm so sad. Margie, thank you. I went to Sam's today for some toilet paper and I saw it and I'm like, Chris wasn't with me and I had a weak moment. All right, I'm gonna pull this off. Make sure you don't have any ink on your fingers because again, it's permanent. I love it. Pull this off. Oh, I need a little bit more. The bottom of my N was not there. I hate doing this because I'm always afraid it's going to bleed. Perfect. All right, so the bottom of my N wasn't there, so I just laid it back down and put it, or chalked over it again or inked over it. This has to go right in my water because it is ink. You have to wash it immediately. Most of the time, I don't like to do that. I'm always afraid it's gonna bleed once I pull it up and I try to lay it back down and fix it. I was lucky it didn't. If that ever happens to you, you can wash the transfer and try to line it back up. But what happens a lot of time is people end up stretching their shirt when you put it on the ink mat. You stretch it and it sticks down, and then you cannot line your transfer back up because you have stretched your shirt so much. So honestly, I just like to pull it off, and however it turns out is however it turns out. You could always take a very tiny, fine paintbrush and like fill in any spots that you might have missed. That is what I would highly recommend doing, because you can't tell the difference most of the time. All right, so this has to dry, so I'm gonna let this dry. I love the green and the orange, but this says Pumpkin Spice Life. Love how it turned out. What do you guys think? Sorry, it is backwards. So these t-shirts were $9.98. I don't know how they are. They were just under $10. And I got 2 of them. They had a couple other ones. I don't remember what they were, so I grabbed 2. They're true to size. I got a large. So I got this one and an orange one. It says Pumpkin Life, maybe? And it just has the words. But you guys, you cannot beat like 9 something for a t-shirt. And I needed some fall shirts, so I grabbed 2 of them. And I'm trying to like bring fall to the south. All right, so for this, I need to let this dry. Once it dries, I'm gonna heat set it. You can heat set it with your household iron or a heat press, and then you wash it and dry it. So this is like that vinyl. You can feel it, you can hear it. Once this is dry, you can feel it, but it's not like vinyl like this where it's sort of tough and rough. It's really soft. It doesn't crack, fade, or peel. I love it. So, and then you guys, what's so cool is, I don't know how many times I'm stopped in a store and someone will be like, oh, I like your shirt, where'd you get it? And then I'm like, oh, I made it. And for me, because I'm a business owner, that starts a conversation, and it's pretty cool. So, love it. But today's keyword is spice. I don't know if I said that. Today's keyword is spice. It will get you the link for this transfer. All right, so there's that. We're gonna set this down here, and hopefully the cat doesn't come walking through. But I love those colors, but we have to wash this really fast. I know, isn't it so cute? Run, because these don't ever last. I guess I was just in there at the right time and I saw it. I was just going in there for toilet paper and I saw it and I was like, I need that. Inked a sweatshirt for her. Oh, I can't see it all, Amy, but love it. You guys, the comments just went up way too fast. All right, I have to wash this right away because if the ink dries in the silk screen, this is silk screen, it's not completely cut out. It will clog it and I won't be able to use this again. So with our ink, you have to wash these right away because these are reusable and you just wash it with water. That's it. Super easy. Wash it with water and then I usually take it to my sink. I wet the front and the back and then I just lay it in my sink and wipe it with my board eraser. And then I leave it sticky side up to dry. If you want to use it again right away, you can hit it with the hairdryer on low. That does make it really sticky again, which could be really good if you need it to be sticky for like another inking project. But I'm just gonna leave it like this to dry and then I just put the backer sheet on it once it's dry. So I'm gonna lay that down there. And let's move on to our next project. I'm so excited to make these. All right, I think we'll just need one of these. All right, you guys know my husband unfortunately fell through the deck and we had to replace half of it. So these are some boards, pieces that were left that he had to cut. So, hi Betty, hello, hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. So we are gonna use these, and this side is a little rough, so I'm gonna use this side, and I'm gonna use this side. And before, I need to get a block. I think I saw a block in the garage, a sanding block, but I'm gonna sand these just a little bit. because they are a little rough. And a sanding block would be much better, but I don't have one in here. But I'm just gonna sand these just to make them a little bit smoother really quick. So this would work with any kind of wood you have laying around. I tell my husband to keep all the wood, don't throw anything away. The bottom is really rough, but the transfer that I'm going to use, I think it will be okay. I probably should have painted these first. Okay. Let's wipe these off. All right, today's keyword, if you put spice in the comments, you are going to get the supply list. I'm going to be using the club transfer for this one and the, what is it called? Pumpkin pear. And then the one that we just used on the shirt will also be listed. Oh, Kim, thank you so much. We are so grateful for you. Thank you. I hope you love what you get. Okay, I'm going to use cashew. Waverly Paint and Cashew to paint these. Maybe I should have pre-painted them. I hate for you guys to always have to watch me paint things. I'm just going to paint the sides. I'm not going to paint the back. But if I didn't care about you guys having to watch all this, I would paint the back, but then I would have to dry it and all of that. So normally I would paint the back, but just pretend that I am. And I'm super excited because Friday I am having a workshop at my house, and it is the first workshop I have had, I think, since COVID. When I first started this business, that's what I did, is I did a lot of workshops. And then when COVID hit, I strictly went to all online stuff. And so since Chris still hasn't found a job and trying to make up some income, I thought workshops would be a good way to make some extra money and also do something that is fun with people. Since it's really different when you grew up in church, you've always been in church and been on staff at church, and we're going to a church, but we don't know anybody at this church. And we did that on purpose, the church we're going to, because if you ever been to church and you've been hurt at church, we just sort of wanted to go somewhere where nobody knew us, nobody knew that we've ever been on staff at a church, and we just sort of wanted to go to church and nobody know who we are. So we found an amazing church we've been going to. But with that said, we haven't gotten involved. We're not ready to do that yet. And so we haven't been around many people. And so it's going to be nice to have this workshop, be around people. So I'm looking forward to it. Hi, Jane. How are you? All right. So like I said, this is Waverly Cashew. And we are just going to do one coat. Just one coat. You guys know chalk paint is my favorite. It just covers really well. All right, you guys can see that was super easy to paint. So now I'm just gonna dry it and then we're gonna get to chalking. So I just have to make sure it is super dry so it doesn't, so the paint doesn't come off on my transfer. And also, if it is wet, your chalk won't really stick to it either. So you need to make sure that it is super dry. No, not this workshop. This workshop is just, it's actually like 16-inch door rounds, and I will not be live for that one. But I've been thinking about doing a workshop on Zoom where you guys can purchase and then we're on Zoom together and we can talk and we can actually talk to each other on Zoom. And Zoom is just an app that you can download either on your phone or your computer, and it is free. So I have thought about that, but no, not this one. This one I will not be on live. And you guys, this will probably come as a surprise to you, but I am an introvert. So doing these videos is very easy for me. Zooms are very hard for me. In-person workshops are very hard for me. So that is like an anxiety, fear kind of thing that I have to get over. But doing these, this doesn't provoke any kind of anxiety or anything for me. But live events, like in-person live events or Zooms, gives me anxiety. So I need to overcome that, for sure. So hopefully soon, because like with my, I couldn't tell you the last time I slept through the night. In probably the last month, I have not slept through the night. I mean, I'd always wake up here and there, but it's been really bad, like laying awake. It's been really bad. And so, and then with my health and headaches and like the Lyme disease, like everything, I'm like trying to get a job outside of the house. It was like freaking me out. So hopefully with Etsy and eBay and workshops and all that kind of stuff and this, I won't have to. Thank you, Jane, for sprinkling. I appreciate it. All right, I just need to make sure these are fully dry. All right, I'm not going to paint the top or the bottom. This one is really rough, but hopefully it will be okay. All the other ones out there were even rougher, so hopefully I won't have an issue. And every time I think these are dry, they are not, so I'm gonna dry them just a little bit more. All right, hopefully that's good. The last time I thought something was dry, it was not, and it didn't stick. But I think they are. Okay, so we are going to use our club transfer. So I don't know if you can see right there, the picture frame is this club transfer, and then I did the scarecrow yesterday and put a reel up, and I used this on his bandana. And so this is an exclusive transfer. You only can get it if you are a club member. Brenda, I used to only, since my hysterectomy, wake up to go pee. And now it's like I wake up to go pee, but then I can't go back to sleep. I lay there and I lay there and I lay there. But I think it's just the anxiety and the unknown of what's going to happen and why Chris hasn't found a job and just like all of it. Like, why did we move here? And why did he have to leave his job after 2.5 years? And why did it go this way? And why hasn't he found a job? And like, there's just so much going on in my head and I just cannot turn it off. It's my own fault. I'm my worst enemy. Okay, so we are going to put this on here, and I really wish, you know what, I'm gonna put them, well, I'm gonna do them separately. All right, so I'm gonna do them separately. Try to like try to make it a little even here. All right, this is a little rough, so we're gonna see, it might not stick completely. It's like really wavy at the very end where, I don't know why it's that wavy. I don't know if it's because of the way it was cut or it's just the wood itself. Like, I don't know. So we are gonna use papaya again. So we used papaya on the shirt, and so we're gonna use papaya on here. So we used ink, papaya ink. Now we're gonna use papaya chalk. This is actual chalk in a paste form, and it will dry to a hard finish. It's smudge proof, budge proof. And we're gonna put it on here. And this is sort of, this papaya is sort of thick, but I should have put some water in it. All right, so I'm gonna squeegee off all the extra. And hopefully, I'm having to push a little bit harder where it's, because it's really wavy right here. All right, let's pull this off and see what we have. Hopefully my idea, what I want to do, I love it. All right, I think I'm gonna have to wash it because it is very thick. So here's what we have. It's a little wavy at the top, but it still came out really well. So there is that one. I'm gonna wash it really fast, like really fast. I'm not even gonna move my bin. I'm just gonna wash it over here. Just wiping the front and the back. And then since I need to use it again right away, I'm just gonna dry it with my hair dryer. All right, now I'm just gonna hit it with my hair dryer on low. And this will make it really sticky again. So if you have a transfer that you've used a lot and you need it one more time, rinse it in some water and then dry it like this, or rub it with a disinfectant wipe on the back and it will help bring back the stick. sure it is all dry. All right, I think it is dry. All right, and then we're gonna do the same thing on here. Let's make it go, well, I guess we'll just sort of, do I want to do it the same way or a different way? Let's make this one go a different, oh wait, that's the top. Oh wait, that one's the top. I'm gonna make this pattern go a little bit different. All right, right there, I think. Hi, Olivia. All right, same color, papaya. And hopefully my transfer was dry, and hopefully the paint was dry. Now, if your chalk is too thick, it won't push through the silkscreen, and it will not turn out. So what you do is you just put some distilled water inside your chalk and stir it up. Like I should spray this with some distilled water and then cover it, and then the next time I use it, I'll just open it up and stir it, and it will be good to go. Want to go to an ice cream place in Charlotte as a family. We like ice cream here. We really like ice cream. I don't know, Olivia. Your dad is unloading his 5 pallets of car parts. Yes, I said 5. Okay, look how cute. So since this is chalk, I can let this sit. It is better to let this, or it is better to wash this right away, because once it dries, it is harder to clean. But because this is chalk, it will get soft and you can remove ink. Sorry guys, sorry. It's new. You're an extrovert. I worked at thinking about getting. So Margie, I can't see. I don't know why it doesn't show me. Okay, I'm gonna talk while I dry these. I don't know why it doesn't show me the whole. I couldn't see your whole text, but so my husband, he's like an introvert, extrovert. I mean, he's a pastor, so he can preach, get on stage, all of that. It doesn't bother him, doesn't give him anxiety, anything. Doing this, he can't do this. He can't get on Facebook and do a live, where I can't get on stage and preach or do, like, talk in front of people. So it's so funny. You like it best in the winter. We love ice cream all year round. All year round. And I'm probably going to get in trouble because I didn't get any today. But now she wants to go get some. You guys, I really hope what I want to do, you guys are going to have to help me decide if I'm going to finish these the way I want to. 50 different signatures, and then it's all homemade. It looks yummy. Well, maybe not today, Olivia, because there's a lot that we still got to do, but maybe this weekend? So Margie, the first time, because I am such an introvert, the first time I went live with this business was the first time I ever was live on Facebook. I thought I was going to throw up. I was shaking. I was so nervous. And that quickly went away. And I love doing this now. I absolutely love it. I guess when you find what you're passionate about and what you like to do, and it just, I don't know. All right, so this has to be completely dry because I want to chalk over these, but now I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to, but you guys are going to help me decide if I'm gonna, or if I'm just gonna leave them. Okay, what I wanted to do now, so I could just make these into cute little pumpkins and be done, but I was thinking of putting the faces in shimmer shadow, which is a black shimmer, on each one. Should I go ahead and put the faces on them, and then we're gonna put like a little stem with some nails? Should I do that? Do you think that the faces will look okay on here? We could all go together. Oh, thank you, Margie. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. I always wonder if I do a good job or not. If anyone likes it, I don't know. We're always our worst critic, aren't we? So should I put the faces on here or not? Let me know. Yes, do the faces. All right, let's just go ahead and do the faces. And then I'm actually wondering now, this one, I almost thought that maybe, I'm gonna have to just fuzz this just a little, sticking to my vest. Oh, you guys are so sweet, thank you. Oh, and did you guys see, I know a lot of you have said that you do not get notifications, so I put a reel up this morning that showed you how to set your notifications. So if you go to the top of this page, it might look different for different people, but since I was following the page, it said following, and I click on following, and then there's a drop-down menu, and it says like feed, videos, reels, live videos, posts, and you want to set all of those to favorites, or I forget what it says, if it says favorites, but anyway, if you go in and you set those notifications, hopefully it will start working. I know that I went in, and it, for me personally, maybe it's just because it was me, I don't know, me as myself, it kept going back to default and it wasn't on favorites. So go check it and make sure that it's set to favorites and all, so you get notified when I post a reel, when I post a post, and when I go live. That's the biggest one. Okay, so I have to make sure I'm not, this one I was afraid, we keep coming back to you. Aw, thank you, guys are so sweet. I appreciate it. All right, this is the one I was afraid. Well, good thing okay, so this side is not going to be painted because I forgot that this face was gonna have to go sideways for it to fit on here. And this transfer is so sucky. All right, so I'm gonna put the face like right in the middle. And I'm gonna use Shimmer Shadow. It is a black shimmer for this. You can wax. It's a personal preference. I always say this. I don't usually wax because I like the rustic look. If you don't like the rustic look and you are afraid that it might pull up some paint, or you can definitely wax. Highly recommend it if you want that look. I very rarely wax. When I do wax, I'll tell you when I absolutely will wax is if I use acrylic paint. I have never ever had luck with acrylic paint. My transfers always pull up the paint with acrylic paint if I do not wax, or my chalk will not stick to acrylic paint if I do not wax. But with chalk paint, with Waverly chalk paint, I don't have that issue. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's chalk this face, shimmer shadow. Here we go. And hopefully the plaid worked really well on here, but so hopefully the shimmer will work, because like I said, this wood is not smooth at all, but I did try to sand it as best I could. But today's keyword is spice, because we did the pumpkin spice. I almost said plaid. Today's keyword is spice, and it will have the transfers I used. The code for today is the last day of the sale, the Labor Day sale. If you click all links, you'll get my husband's Etsy link, and we have the Scarecrow 40% off. All right, I'm gonna go really slow. It's so cute. All right, so here is this one. So here's that one, how cute. So there's that one. And then this one we're gonna leave this way, and we're gonna stick on here. There's something on here. It looks like moss, and I don't even have any moss out here. All right, so this one I'm gonna stick right in the middle. So this transfer is called Pumpkin Pear. So we did the pumpkins themselves, we did with some scrapbook paper, Mod Podge, and made like a topiary. And we just did the pumpkins. We didn't do the faces. And then when I saw the club for this month, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with the faces, with the plaid, and then these cute little faces. And you guys, I can't remember, I didn't get a chance to look. I can't remember if I heard that the trees have sold out or they are almost sold out. So if you have not gotten any trees and you want some of the trees that we have, go get them. And I am pulling it slow because I didn't wax too. So, but like I said, I like rustic. I'm going to distress this, but it is all personal preference. If you don't like rustic and you don't want it to pull up any of the chalk, make sure that you wax. All right, want to make sure this is dry. We're going to finish it off. We're going to give it some stems. Now I forgot, my side isn't painted because I forgot that I had to turn it sideways for it to fit. These would be cute too. We have glow-in-the-dark paste. And I think that's in the Summerween sale that ends today. You could wash the transfer and go back over this with glow-in-the-dark, so then the faces would glow in the dark. It would be cute to put it on an actual pumpkin on your porch, a few mini pumpkins, and then put the glow in the dark. All right, let's distress and let's finish it off. We're gonna use ground espresso. So I'm just gonna go around the edges, making it look a little more spooky. I'm gonna have to paint the rest of that. I'll have to paint that side. All right, so I distressed it. And if you want to distress the whole thing, like through the chalk, that's when you absolutely have to make sure that your chalk is completely dry as well, so you don't smear it. All right. So I forgot that I needed my glue gun. All right, we are going to put some nails. My husband found me some nails. I could not find my cute pink hammer, you guys, so I have my husband's ugly hammer. But we're gonna put, these are the stems. Super loud, sorry. So you could use anything for the stem. You could even use some like wooden pegs and just glue them on. No, Tucker. All right, and then we are going to take this covered twine. And I got this covered twine at Hobby Lobby in the fall section. It was like $1.99, I think, and then 40% off. All right, so I'm gonna cut this in two, so I have one for each. Sorry, I was gonna do it backwards, but you know, I am not that talented. I'm just gonna wrap it around a couple times. And then I have some leaves, and I was gonna hot glue a couple leaves on here, so let me know if I should put the leaves on. I can hold them up so you guys can see if you think it would look good. All right, I'm gonna use a paintbrush to get my curly cues. Yes, for the leaves. All right, maybe I should have glued the leaves on first, but it's okay. I almost made pumpkins like this with last month's club with the cute little bows. I thought they were so cute. Would have been so cute. All right, so that's what we have so far. All right, let's see here. So I have So do you guys think that I should go ahead and put the leaves on? The colors actually match perfect. Sorry guys, my chair is really squeaky. I promise it's my chair. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on here. And so I'm gonna put the glue on there, put this on here like that, and then I'm gonna wrap this around one more time to sort of like hold everything in. Okay, so here's one. How cute. These would even be cute just on your porch as well. Oh. Ouch. They're so cute. So here's this one. This one looks like a little girl. She's so cute. I wish I had my raffia bows. No. She needs a raffia bow. Let's give her a little bow. This could be our little boy. I wish I had like a big button. I might. I totally messed that one up. I think I might have, let me see, let's give her a bow. We are gonna give her a bow and make her a little girl. Let's just put it right there. And I'm gonna see, I think I might have a button right behind me, or I might have buttons in this drawer right here, but I think they're behind me. She's so cute. So there she is. How cute is she? You guys, it's amazing. I actually knew where something was. Imagine that. This one is driving me crazy. What did I do with that? All right, let's see if I can get, let's see if there's a big one. My Dollar Tree has these at the checkout. These are obviously all black, but they do have colored ones as well. All right, let's see if I can. See if I can get these a little closer together. I'm gonna see if I can glue these a little closer together so I can put the button sort of in the middle of them. Hi Pat, how are you? Thanks so much. Hope you're having a great day. Isn't she so cute, Brenda? Your Dollar Tree doesn't have buttons. You know what? I do have to tell you, the Dollar Trees around here lately have not had anything. Their shelves have been bare. And I don't know if that's because they're transitioning and changing prices. Like, I don't know why that would have anything to do with it. But our Dollar Trees have not had anything. Okay, so I just wanted to make the leaves a little closer. You too, Pat. It is so, it was starting to come apart. It is so beautiful here. I am loving it. Okay, I'm gonna stick the button right in the middle here. So he has a button, she has a bow. And hopefully the hot glue does not melt the stem of these leaves. But today's keyword is spice, and I'll show the shirt we made. It's the last day of the sale to get that transfer that we did the shirt with on sale. And also, if you sign up to be my Perks member, I'm going to post in my VIP group. I'm looking for more Perks members, and you save 30% on your orders all the time. And so if you like these products and you want to save 30% all the time, join and become a Perks member. And if you do, I'm going to post in my VIP group, and I think it's also listed with the keyword, what you could possibly get. You're in Lexington? You probably have told me that, but I don't remember things very well. I think you actually did tell me that because that's where my doctor moved to and I was not happy with her. Okay, so here is that one. How cute. So here, I don't know, that button sort of looks like he has another eye up there. I don't know, but anyway. So there he is. And then she is so cute. She is my favorite. How cute. She is so cute. And then let me show you the shirt that we did. And the shirt is drying. Let me stick this back on there now that that's dry. So we used Pumpkin Spice Life. And we did this shirt that is drying. It says Pumpkin Spice Life. And it's gotta dry, and then the next live we can heat set it, and then once it's heat set you can wash it and dry it. Super cute. This transfer is on sale, and the sale ends today for that. So go check that out. Put spice in the comments. Go check out that. But I am so happy you guys joined me today. Thank you, thank you. These turned out so stinking cute. I just had used some wood that was laying around. I don't know if I like that button there. It sort of looks like he has another eye. Up close, no. Far away, yes. But that shirt is so cute. I can't wait to wear it because, you know, I love pumpkin spice, even though I can't have it anymore. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.